as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the New York Jets. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Let's go, AT Gator.
Mike 54. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
Hey, Haywood. Now.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. On the catch, it's Crowder. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. The throw right sideline here is complete. 22 yards there, a first down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch.
On the set.
53, Mike. You're going right now.
Clear.
Check.
Protein spill.
Check. 53, Mike. I got him. SOS.
You're out.
He's coming.
Say go.
Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
No.
Ready to go.
Back to throw. Gets this one to Le'Veon Bell. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. How about this for an opening drive decision? You got 4th and short, just outside of field goal range in all likelihood. What do?
I'm going for it. I've got to go get it right now. I want to establish a tone. It's early in the game. I want to let my offense know that I believe in them. And you know something else? I let my defense know I believe in them also by taking that gamble. If we don't get it, it's okay. You guys will cover for me.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll go with a keeper. Only needed a few inches to pick it up and get behind your center and burrow forward like he did.
And remember what the GMs have told us? We built an offensive line starting with our center, the guy who can make all the line calls and also move those big defensive tackles in order to pick up first downs.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
A loss of a yard brings up second and 11 at the 42-yard line.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
6'6", bullet high.
Defense, let's go.
Second and 11. Throw complete to Herndon. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
They're going to look to throw. Herndon's got it complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
First down. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Now a quick pass to Richardson. No gain there on the completion. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Second and goal, the lone man in the backfield, Le'Veon Bell. They'll give it to him up the middle, and he is in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Set, ready, 70, Indy. Topper. Look at me, zipper. Be ready. Snap.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. Jamal Adams coming up from his safety spot to make the play.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Go! Ready?
Now Locke throwing on second down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Hey, my 7. Hey! Look at me. Go. Hard. Let's go.
On third and long, it's Locke. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
Let's go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
It's game situation. Let's go.
Five.
On 1st down, Hines. He's got it. And oh, he coughed it up. And it's scooped up by the Jets.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
Ready? 18 Gator.
Mike 5-4.
Hey, wahoo.
54.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Eluding the pressure right. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position and throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
218, chop it. Yep.
Banjo.
Bravo.
Back to throw here. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this 1st quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you've got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
132 fighter.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Man up, D. Check.
Hey, zoom.
Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
We own them. Right there, 54, right there. 54, Mike. Danny. Whip.
Watch the Greystone travel.
They'll look to throw here. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it first and 10.
Check 4, check 4.
General West.
They'll set up to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. And that'll bring up second down. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield, and it almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
Here's second and 10 now from about the 32.
Mike 5-4. That's right, man.
Second and 10. It's caught. Block it. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up third and 5.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough third and 5.
Check safety, check safety.
61, matchbox lights. Hey, exit.
7-7, our score after one.
The score tied 7-7.
Ready.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Tighten up, tighten up.
Protein spill.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Hey.
I'm scared.
Now.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rocky Sin. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
They'll run on first down. It's Hines. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end, and they're able to get this one across the 35. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Ready to break.
This quarterback now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10.
You ain't going nowhere.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett able to record his 5th sack of the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Now back to throw. He lets it fly for Lockett. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. He's got Herndon, his tight end. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Ready,
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Someone moved, flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down.
Here we go, here we go. Right there, 54, right there, 54.
They'll look to throw. They'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
It really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. He'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Let's go. Do it.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Five.
Hey, tight down. There you go.
Go.
I'm coming.
Get it.
Block working out of the gun. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Jamal Adams on the safety blitz, too fast to handle.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Go.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Ready?
Lock to throw on 2nd down. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Ready.
So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. This is Hines. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Ready up.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They run with Hines. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. He stayed afloat for a second there after the first wave of contact, but that was going nowhere.
Yeah, what did he tell us in pregame? I just don't want to get my feet stopped initially when I'm trying to make a run. That's exactly what happened there. Unfortunately, as you noted, got away a little bit from the first one, but the wave swarmed him under.
36.
Hey.
36. Go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Lock. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Eric Ebron, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now 21-7. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Mike spot.
Hey, echo.
Mike spot forward. Here we go.
54.
Looking to throw. It's complete to Lockett. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And take it right on the 30. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Got it.
33. Hey, I'm coming. Hey, check
Yep.
33. Check like 33. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Mike, check 33.
Lock now on first down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Hey, Haywood.
36 to Mike. Check the outs.
Clock now to throw. Wide open receiver complete. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Hurry. Get it.
Lock to throw on 3rd and 1. And got a man. It's Woods. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Lock going to bring the offense up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game.
X3, 218, chopper. Now.
On first down, Lock. He completes this to Sutton. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
152 fighter. Ready.
Here's Hines. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines as time expires in the first half. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
Well, my education continues in this game, I've got to tell you, because there's not an analyst in the world that would have said pass up the field goal here, go for it, and expect for it to be successful, and it was. I mean, they're playing this one just like a video game.
Especially for the final play of the first half to have the guts to do that. But I guess, what do we say? The end will justify the means, right?
No doubt about it. For you and me, we live, we learn.
Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. That'll go down as a 99-yard kick return. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And you've used the phrase with me before, pressing the kicking game. What exactly does that mean? Because they did it there.
It means focusing on it, all aspects of it, because it's the third part of the game. Offense, defense, special teams. If you press the kicking game, create an advantage, make a big play, it often leads to victory.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Hey. Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4.
Here's 2nd and 8. Caught here by Bell. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Let's go now.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch 54. Here we go. Slam. Greystone, travel.
Back to throw. Left side complete to Lockett. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 42-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Mike's 54.
Now.
Mike's 54. I want that.
2nd and 4. And his throw here's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And it's 3rd down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game. And I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. No, the rhythm seems off. Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. But one thing's for sure, they're still taking their shots downfield, even with a big lead.
I think it's way too early to go into a shell, so I like what they're doing. Continue to take your shots. Continue to be aggressive. It's not their job to slow themselves down.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Locke will try again on second down. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
61, match.
On first down, Hines. And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
4 down, 4 down. Protein spill. Yes, yes. Hey, Zoo.
Check Mike 33. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Mike, check 33. 33.
Get it.
On second and 9, Locke. Going deep here for Allen. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on third and 9.
Man out, man out, man out, man out. Hey, check
Now.
Throwing his Lock on third down. Then he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 30.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Let's go, deep.
Ready?
Play action. Now it's Locke. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Now it's Hines. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
From the 2 now, second and goal.
Get ready. Get ready.
Look at me. Zipper.
36. Mike, 36.
Fire.
They'll try to run with Hines. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Naeem Hines, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score Colts 42, Jets 7. Sam Martin set to kick off.
Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
Switch.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Second and 9 now. Finds an opening past the 40. Herndon's got it complete. And finally down at the 41-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10. They'll set up to throw. That's complete. It's Bell. No gain, and it's second down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10. Second and 10. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Now from Colts territory, here's a first and 10 at the 38.
Check. Recon, 132 fighter. Time go.
He'll drop to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. They work again from the 38 on second and 10.
Go. Let's go.
They'll look to throw here. This one caught by Crowder. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts 26.
And the Jets, first down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10.
Pick me up. 22 jet bomber.
Watch the ship. Alert 3.
Hey, lock it.
Watch safety 3.
Get it.
Wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a second and 13.
Here we go. 15 line. 15 line.
Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
Now.
Second and 13. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Kenny Moore. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. They'll set up a throw. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked up by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
At the 38-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
He's checking. General West, 5.
Now a toss play. It's Hines. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Check line 33. Double dog. 61, matchbox, lights. Hit it.
This quick pass complete to Sutton. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Down right around the 25.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The Colts on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9. They run again with Hines. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard
line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Hey, exit.
At the 32-yard line.
Defense, has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They'll run on first down. It's Hines, and he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Pilot, snap.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, orbit.
4 down.
Hey, check mark 33. Ready?
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke letting one go deep for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Finally a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to leave. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Ready. Recon, 132 fighter.
Now back to throw. And the pressure gets to him again.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Here's the Jets punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded just inside the 30. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself. But you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he loses the football a second time. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Here we go! 18 Gator, 4.
all day, punk.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Throw complete to Herndon. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Check 99.
Greystone, travel.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4. You.
Yep.
Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, watch 54.
Hey, seam 6.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Over the middle, complete. It's Bell. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Ready. Hand shoes ball.
Hey, watch the screen.
Get it.
They'll look to throw here on first down. A screen to Bell. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. 2nd down and inches. And he's got it. And he's brought down. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
61. Match box. Ready.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
They'll keep it on the ground. Hines. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Colts, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills.